Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking all the horror movies I own and have seen. First of all, we have the worst film. This is the worst film I think I've ever seen, personally. Child's Play remake. I hate this film. It's not good. Next up, we have the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Got a pattern here. I just don't think it's a good film. Like, there's some ones I liked. I like Scary Freddy more, but it just didn't have the charm of the originals. You have Night of the Living Dead original. I will get some hate for this one. I don't remember much of it. It's a good movie. It's just a bit too slow pace for me, and it's alright. We have Zombieland Double Tap. I could tell you like two things about this film. The White House, that's kind of it. Next up, we have My Bloody Valentine remake. Really fun film. Movie's already getting better in my eyes. Yeah, no, I like this. It's a good one. It's fun. I've only seen part 1. I've not seen 2 of the Rob Zombie Halloween remake. I've only seen the director's cut 2, but fun film. I don't like one scene, which, if you know, you know. When he escapes the hospital. I hate that scene. It is unnecessary. Next up, we have John Carpenter's The Fog. Good concept, kinda ruined, in my opinion. It's a really good story. It's just I feel like they could have done more with the actual horror of it. This is a hard pile. I'm gonna rank all these evenly. So first, we have Jacob's Ladder. Really, really good movie. Scary too. The head shaking is really scary. I got this for $2 at Goodwill. Next up, which these are all the same ranking. They're all equally good. Event Horizon. Not really horror in my opinion, but there's some scary scenes. It's more sci-fi. Next up, we have Jeepers Creepers. I have a story for this film. I was in a psych ward when I first saw it. Loved it then. Love it now, even though it brings up some bad memories. Next up, we have Audition. Amazing foreign film. A little overhyped. Like, it's good. I just don't think the last 10-20 minutes are that brutal. It's gross. It's very, very gross and realistic. Just not as brutal as people say it is. Next up, we have They Live. I don't know why I put this one. It's really good. It's just on a rewatch. It's not as good. I saw this when I was like 12, and it blew me away. Still love it. Still a good movie. Actually, so before all those, this one, Bone Tomahawk, is before They Live, Audition, Jeepers Creepers, Event Horizon, Jacob's Ladder. I like Bone Tomahawk. It's a good premise, really good action and violence and stuff. Not that scary, but really interesting concept. As you can tell, I have the Steelbook. I have a couple more Steelbooks on the way. This hurts me personally, but Cuckoo. I saw this film in theaters. Absolutely loved it. Saw it with my dad. Bonkers concept, and it reminds me of the book Nestlings by Nat Cassidy. If you haven't read that book, it's amazing. It's basically just the adaptation of that, but unofficially in my eyes. You have The Substance. Ran a bit too long. Like, I liked the whole premise and messaging. It's just they nailed it. They nailed it in a bit too hard near the end of the film. I knew nothing about this movie walking in. Just saw the poster. I was like, oh, that looks gross and cool. Loved it. Next, we have Zombieland. Fun horror comedy with it's just hilarious. Like the whole rules system that the main character has. Amazing. Carrie, the original, not the remake, Carrie. Watching this film now, knowing that I'm trans and having experienced bullying, It's rough. It's a really rough watch for me. It's so good though. The book is really good too. I like the book slightly more, but they're about equal. Time to go get some hate. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think the reason I don't like this one as much is because this copy. It says this in widescreen. I cannot find the widescreen. If anyone knows how to get the widescreen, please comment below. I'm begging you. It's in 4:3 and it's extremely crusty looking. But good movie, pretty scary. I hate where I put this one, but it's good. It's really good. The Thing. I don't remember much. It's been a while since I've seen it. I need to rewatch it. I bought it to rewatch it, but it's really good. I just think that there's a couple moments I don't like. Mainly the stop motion tentacles near the end. Like, it's a really cool effect for the time. It's just, it looks a bit outdated. Granted, everything else in the film, effect-wise, looks perfect. But, really good movie. American Werewolf in London. I cried. This movie, I like the horror of it, but it's depressing just being able to not control what you become every single night, and you're just afraid and terrified of that. That's terrifying. And it's just a really good film. Get Out Walmart if you can. They have a $5 bin if they even have those at some places. Get Out. I knew the exact premise and everything that would happen in this movie, because I got spoilers for me. I was still terrified watching this film. Next up, we have an entire series. Child's Play, or Chucky Completes a Movie Collection. I don't know why it says that. I love these. They're really good. I don't like the remake. The remake is one of the worst films I think I've seen. It's up there. I think the worst film I've seen is probably Titane, but I don't own that one. I don't think I ever will. Could not finish Titane, but back to this. Really good. Cult, I think, is like underrated as hell. Cult of Chucky is amazing. Bride of Chucky, I think, is a bit overrated. Seed, I think, is overhated, but all amazing. I have a couple issues with the first one. Mainly that it's too slow. It's really slow, which sucks. Which we're gonna get to that in the next one. It's too slow for its own good. Next up, for series wise, we have the Nightmare on Elm Street series. This is all 8 films up till Freddy vs. Jason, so not the remake. The remake is pretty bad in my eyes. Like the series, it does deteriorate, but I think it gets a little bit better. I genuinely think that the Dream Child is the worst, and Freddy's Dead is like the second worst. Freddy's Dead is bad. I don't think it's a good movie, but I don't think it's terrible. What else we got in this one? Original Elm Street, same issues as the first Child's Play. It's been like 30 plus, almost 40 years since this came out. So we already know who the killer is, so we don't really need setup. I think the second one's underrated. Third one, a little bit overrated. Dream Master, I don't really remember that one, but still good. I need to do a rewatch of the series. We have second to last pile. I'm going to get some hate from the Evil Dead community. Army of Darkness. Good film. Not my thing. I needed more horror, personally. If I come to an Evil Dead film, I want either comedy or insane, brutal violence. This did not have either. Well, it had comedy, just not horror comedy. Next, we have Evil Dead Remake. I don't remember this one that much. I tried rewatching it. I liked it a lot on the rewatching, though. I didn't finish the rewatch. Really good. Scary. Brutal. I think it's the perfect reimagining of the original. Speaking of the original Evil Dead. This is my most expensive Blu-ray. That's used. My Steelbooks, of course. Really good movie. The effects of the time are amazing. I I don't know why I put this one here. It's really good. I don't think it's my favorite. There's some issues I have with it, mainly the slowness, but you'll see. I'll tell you more with Evil Dead 2. Nosferatu. Robert Eggers is one of my favorite directors of all time, and I was hurt a little bit by The Northman when I saw that. I own that one too, but I don't count that as horror, so this is my horror movies on Blu-ray. Really good movie. Scary. Just highly recommend. I don't like the ending, but yeah, I have a couple issues with this Blu-ray specifically. Mainly, when I play it on my Xbox, it just restarts every single time I pause the film. So I've not done a rewatch, but I watched like half of it before I paused it and then restart everything. But really good movie. Someone's gonna kill me for this opinion. The original Alien. I prefer this one more than the second Aliens. Just because this one is really, really scary. The horror still works well. And yeah, we already know what the monster is. It's just, it feels scarier because the characters don't know and you're afraid for them. Whereas in like Child's Play, whatever, 7, we know who the killer is and everyone knows who the killer is in the film. So it's less scary. Same with Nightmare on Elm Street. Hellraiser. I did not expect to like this one. Genuinely, I did not expect to like this one. Loved it. The effects are amazing. There's still something that grossed me out. And Jesus wept before just exploding, if you know, you know. Love the disc on this one. It's the Lament configuration. But no, really, really good movie. Scary, violent. I'm not the biggest fan of Clive Barker's books. I've read some. I could not get through them. They were a bit too weird for me. Terrifier 3. This one I feel like should be higher, but the movies that are coming up I have more emotional connection to. I have to swap out my ranking of something real quick. Really good movie. I have the Steelbook. I hate the Steelbook for this. The cover art, they ruined it. You can hardly tell it's a Christmas film without actively opening it up. Boom, art with the Christmas stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I love the Terrifier films. They are master in effects. I love the creation of them. They are just amazing movies, and the creators are amazing. I haven't met them, but I have a signed poster of David Howard Thornton signature on it. We have a movie which I think is overhated. Yeah, it's long as hell. Yeah, it's weird. But I like long and weird movies. Beau's Afraid. I want to get the Blu-ray of this one because I want to get all the I love Ari Aster. My number one would probably be Hereditary if I own that. But this movie is weird. It's wild. Yeah, no, it's just weird and wild. It's 3 hours, which it drags a little at the end, but for most of the film, it feels like it's at good pace. But amazing film. Highly recommend. Watch it if you haven't seen it. Like, the whole film just seems like a nightmare. Next up, we have The Witch. Or The Witch. Scary. Very, very scary. I think it has the most accurate child characters, in my opinion. In terms of, yeah, of course they would run off into the woods. Especially a little baby. Yeah. No, it's scary. I don't know why I haven't been talking about this, because I might talk about that in my next video. But, it's amazing. It's good. I love it. 10 out of 10 film, in my opinion. All these movies come up are 10 out of 10s. We have Late Night with the Devil, also a Steelbook. I saw this in theaters. I love this movie. Like, yeah, some of the effects near the end aren't the best, but it's a scary movie. And just the whole concept of it being, like, I don't really like found footage that much, but this really hit for me found footage wise. We have Terrifier 2. Really good movie. Love the effects. The bedroom kill scene, brutal. I should probably talk about Terrifier. Yeah, I like Terrifier 3 a little bit more in terms of the kills. Terrifier 2 has a more special place in my heart because I watched the first one, didn't really like it. Watched the second one, fell in love with the whole series, and now I like the first one a little bit more. Now we have my second favorite horror film of all time, maybe third, depending on what mood I am in. The Lighthouse. You can argue it's not horror. I don't find it that scary, but in theater, I saw this in IMAX recently. There's one scene where it's just noise, and it's so loud and scary in my eyes. Oh, I hate that scene. You have my all-time favorite movie. You guys probably know what it is. If you've been paying attention. We have Evil Dead 2. I like this. I like the slipcase. I just prefer that. But scary, funny, hilarious. This movie really clicked with me. Like the first one, well, this is like when I first moved in with my dad. The first one I saw, loved it. Saw this one. I love this is how I fell in love with horror right here. Amazing movie. Yeah, just amazing movie. I have a mess. I'll probably record another video directly after this. I don't know though. But yeah, I would say disc design wise, my favorite is definitely the Lament configuration. I can find it. Where the frick is it? For Hellraiser. That disc is amazing. Followed by Evil Dead Remake. But I like the Anchor Bay collection. One's kind of Phantasm, which I need to watch. And it's the orbs in the film. But yeah. I don't care. I care about you guys' opinions. This is my opinion. I like Alien. Yeah, no. But individual rankings I will do real quick for these, for the Nightmare on Elm Street. So my favorite is probably 2. I love the gay subtext. I love it. It's just really good subtext. Followed by 3, then the first one, then 4. 2, 3, 1, Final Nightmare, 4 and 5. Oh shit! I forgot about New Nightmare. So we have, I'm tired. It's late for me. We have 2, New Nightmare, 3, the first movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, new Freddy vs. Jason, Freddy's Dead, Dream Master, Dream Child. That's my ranking. I hate the remake. I don't know why they turned into a pedophile. It's a bit weird. And then we have Child's Play. I don't know why it says Chucky. I have movie collection. My favorite is probably Child's Play 2. I love Chucky's death in that one. I'm just gonna say it. Just the explosion of Chucky's head from the latex is amazing. Followed by Cult, I would say. Cult is very fan servicey. If you've seen all the films, it's amazing. It feels such like good payoff. We have to watch the show, which I have not seen yet. We have... This is tough. I love the Child's Play films. I'm gonna go with Seed. Seed is really good. As a trans person myself, I really identified with Glenn/Glenda. Then we have the original, Curse, and then 3. 3 is my least favorite. Mainly for political stuff. I don't like the military personally, but not to get into that, but well, especially military schools. But I hated the setting, and it just felt so slow. Let's talk about the Child's Play remake. I don't want to make this too long, but this film I hated how it's not a possessed doll. Only good thing about this film, the only reason I still have the Blu-ray, well, one of the reasons I still have the Blu-ray is so I can have the full set, is that just the kills were like the best thing in this film. Even then, there were some that weren't as good. So 2. It's like a 2. I listed as a 4 on IMDb, but that's rounding up all the good stuff. Yeah, anyway, I have a mess to clean up, and I'll probably film another video. and post it soon. Well, tonight probably. Yeah. Rank next movie will probably be ranking all the action films or all the miscellaneous films I've seen. Horror is my favorite genre. Peace out. I don't know what video style should do next. Please comment if you have any ideas. Goodbye.